Welcome back to Lions News Fan Report, where we bring you the latest and most exciting sports news every single day. If you're a diehard Lions fan or just love following the pulse of the NFL, you've come to the right place. And today's story? Oh, it's a fascinating one. Something unusual is happening in Detroit this offseason. It's not a blockbuster trade or a surprise draft pick. Not yet, anyway, but it's a move that has quietly raised eyebrows across the league. A major shift in the Detroit Lions offseason schedule for 2025 had just been revealed, and while it may seem like a small tweak on the surface, insiders are starting to ask, could this be a sign of a bigger strategic change within the organization? Or even a glimpse into how the Lions are preparing for a deeper playoff run, or more? Stay with me, because the deeper we go into this story, the more layers we uncover. Here's what we know so far. The NFL recently released the official league-wide offseason workout dates for all 32 teams. Typically, that includes details on voluntary workouts, rookie minicamps, and, of course, the mandatory veteran minicamp, a staple in team preparation every spring. But when eyes turned to Detroit's schedule, something unexpected was missing. There is no mandatory veteran minicamp scheduled for the Lions this year. That's right. According to the league's official memorandum, Detroit has opted out of one of the most important pieces of the traditional off-season structure. Now, before panic sets in, let's unpack that. Article 22 of the Collective Bargaining Agreement gives teams the option to hold a mandatory minicamp for veterans during Phase 3 of the off-season program. Most teams take full advantage of that opportunity. It's usually their first real chance to get the whole roster together, install playbooks, evaluate conditioning, and reinforce chemistry. So why would Detroit skip it? One possible reason lies in their unique role this year in the NFL calendar. The Detroit Lions have been selected to appear in the Hall of Fame game, the annual preseason opener in Canton, Ohio, which kicks off the entire NFL preseason. Only 2 teams participate, and being chosen is both an honor and a logistical challenge. Because of their involvement in the Hall of Fame game, Detroit will be allowed to open training camp earlier than usual. And they won't just be playing 3 preseason games like most teams, they'll play 4. That's an extra week of padded practices, live reps, and game speed evaluations. Could it be that Dan Campbell and the front office believe the benefits of these early training camp reps outweigh the traditional minicamp format? Some insiders believe that skipping the mandatory minicamp might actually be a calculated decision, not a mistake or an oversight, but carefully timed adjustment to manage player load, reduce injury risk, and strategically space out the most important preparation phases of the offseason. But that's not the only news coming out of Allen Park this week. We've also got fresh updates on the rookie minicamp, which is still scheduled and locked in for May 9th through May 11th. That's where we'll finally get our first look at Detroit's 7 new draft picks, along with 11 undrafted free agents who just signed with the team. For reporters, it's the first chance to see these new faces in Honolulu blue. For fans, it's the beginning of another thrilling evaluation cycle, the beginning of dreams being chased, of potential hidden gems, and, just maybe, the emergence of the next Lions star. And speaking of intriguing additions, this next name might surprise you. Reports had surfaced over the past week that the Lions had extended an invitation to a rising international prospect, a Samoan-born Australian rugby player by the name of Lockie Taysai. Now, Taysai's name might not ring any bells for NFL fans yet, but among international football circles, he's been gaining momentum as a raw but freakishly athletic talent. Taysai was reportedly being considered by the Lions under the NFL's International Player Pathway Program, which is designed to help international athletes transition into American football. Sources suggested he'd be attending the Lions' rookie minicamp. There was buzz. There was excitement. Some fans were already imagining a rugby-style, hard-hitting weapon on special teams, or maybe even a hybrid linebacker project. But then, in a sudden twist that no one saw coming, within the last 24 hours, Lockie Taysai visited and signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. So what happened? Did the Lions back off at the last minute? Did the Raiders swoop in with a more appealing offer or clearer development path? Or was this always the plan, a league-wide effort to showcase him and let the chips fall where they may? We may never know the full story, but one thing is clear. The Lions had their eye on him, and now he's headed to the AFC. Still, this raises another set of questions. Could Detroit still be looking to bring in an international player? Are there other names flying under the radar that they've quietly been evaluating? Is it possible the Lions are laying the groundwork for a more global scouting approach, one that could help them find the next big thing where other teams aren't even looking? And beyond that, how does this unique offseason plan, with no mandatory minicamp, extra preseason time, and a faster ramp-up to real football, affect the team's preparation as a whole? Veteran players, especially those entering contract years or coming off injuries, might actually benefit from the extra flexibility. Think about players like Jameson Williams or Kirby Joseph, guys with a lot to prove in 2025. With more individualized preparation, could they hit camp at peak condition and finally break through into stardom? And then there's the coaching staff. Is this an indication that the Lions are prioritizing mental installation and classroom time over early field work? Are they trusting that this veteran-heavy locker room already knows what it takes to get into football shape and saving their bullets for when it really counts? Some analysts believe this is just the latest example of Dan Campbell's evolving approach. He's no longer the wide-eyed former tight end, just happy to be coaching in Detroit. He's now a coach with playoff wins under his belt, a near Super Bowl berth, and a roster that many believe is on the cusp of something great. Could it be that this is the calm before the storm? Is Detroit quietly setting up one of the most aggressive and efficient training camps in the entire NFL, and doing so under the radar? Fans are wondering if this is the beginning of a new standard in how elite teams manage their offseason timelines. We've seen it before. Teams like the Rams, the Patriots, even the Chiefs have bent traditional offseason models to fit their evolving cultures. Could the Lions now be joining that exclusive club? But what do you think about all of this? Is skipping the mandatory minicamp a smart, forward-thinking move, or a risky deviation from a proven process? Personally, as a fan, I think this might be a genius adjustment. With the extra preseason game and early training camp, the Lions might just be spacing out their workload in a way that keeps the team fresh, engaged, and primed for a monster season. And let's be honest, if any team has earned a right to try something bold, it's this one. After the strides they made in 2023 and 2024, you can feel it. Something special is brewing in Detroit. I can't wait to read your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with the move? Are you worried about skipping a key part of the offseason? Or are you confident this is all part of a bigger master plan? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Lions News Fan Report, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update on everything happening with your Detroit Lions. We've got more content on the way, including deep dives into the rookies, training camp previews, and yes, more rumors and speculation as the season approaches. Thanks for watching, and as always, one pride.